Hello everyone, Jesse's back. I wanted to talk about Darkest Dungeon 2. Just a quick video with some of my thoughts. I just lost an expedition here, and I wanted to share some complaints, but really just more observations, I guess, about this game and about this genre. When I went to Discord after I lost, and I asked a question about the boss that I faced, and it's this eyeball boss that crits you and I got some feedback from the people there. But I think my conclusion about this game is very, very simple. It is not random enough to be as long of duration of game as it is. It's not rewarding enough to be as long of duration of a game as it is. And because you have no progress, no progression, your little dudes don't do more damage over time, the more you play. Because there's no feeling of upgrading anything, it feels like you're sort of wasting your time. It feels like the player agency, it feels like my time is not just being valued. And I know it's easy to say, oh, Jesse, you're saying that because you just lost. You just lost an expedition, so you're immediately being negative and saying, that the game just is wasting my time. But I have tried to like this game for a long time. I have like almost 150 hours on it. And I may continue to play it sometime in the future. I may come back to it. I don't know. But I think the reason that I keep getting frustrated with it and keep setting it aside is because you play 20 battles, 30 battles or so before you reach the boss. And every single battle is the same. Every single one's the same. So you fight sometimes slightly different enemies, but you have the exact same guys with the same movesets. Those movesets do the same damage ranges. And unlike in Slay the Spire, unlike in Against the Storm and some of these other roguelikes, a single instance of the game doesn't take 3 hours, and there's more player agency and randomness. Slay the Spire is the perfect example where you don't feel so bad fighting the same enemies over and over and over because you have the randomness of card choice, and every single game is different. Every single Slay the Spire game is different. You can get similar cards, be like, oh, I like this setup. And you can do the same thing in Darkest Dungeons 2 and say, I like this setup. But once you have the setup, it doesn't change. You just have the same fucking dudes doing the same damage and the same attacks for hours of fighting battle after battle after battle. And I feel like if they want to keep the format the exact same as it is right now, where you have this 4-on-4 and you're clicking your buttons to kill the enemies off, and you're managing your stress and your relationships and your health bars and all this stuff. They either need to make it complete chaos where every skill is random, your stats are random, your damage are random, you're rolling dice like crazy just by booting up the game, or they need to cut the duration in half. I don't want to fight 30 of the same fucking battles. I don't want to do that. Like, I just feel like my time is not being valued at all. And I know some people who are like diehard fans of this game are going to immediately say it's supposed to be punishing, it's supposed to be difficult, it's supposed to be blah blah blah. Well, in Darkest Dungeons 1, you at least had a progression. The candles, the altar candle thing of unlocking heroes and stuff, giving me like 5% extra death's door resistance is not a substantial change in my gameplay. It's not a substantial upgrade at all. Not even close. That is not enough of an incentive for me to lose an expedition, is the candles that I get. It's just not. If I'm going to play, I want to play because I want to enjoy the game. I'm not going to play because I have a chance of getting candles to. So the game is right now, it's like, I don't even know if they can fix it. I mean, I think they can fix it, but I don't know if they can. Like, I wanted this game to be like an A, like a maybe not an S tier game, maybe like A minus game, but I just can't. I'm just not sure I can justify that letter grade. I think this is multiple tiers below Against the Storm, which would put it at B. I think it's like a B tier game. It's just they need to figure out how to either make the game time shorter or make losses feel more valuable, or make it more chaotic and random. Because I don't want to fight the same zombies doing the exact same attacks and the same skill rotation 20 or 30 times. It just doesn't, you know. And all of those times, you know, there's so much that's out of your control. You don't even have that much player agency. You just click your buttons and hope that you win. The decision making is not deep or complex or interesting enough in order to justify the length of the game. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know how they fix the problem, because I know that they want you to feel like you're going on some big dramatic expedition. They want you to feel like, oh man, this is a real big one. You know, like, oh, this is, every decision is so important, and and every time you lose, they want you to think, oh, I could have done this better, I could have done that better, and stuff. But like, I don't feel like this is a game for smart, complex, intellectual puzzle solvers at all. This is not a puzzle solvers game. Like Against the Storm and stuff, or Slay the Spire and stuff, is like more of like a mathy academic puzzle solver type game. This game is like you you do the same shit over and over and over and over. I don't know. I really want to like this game, and I feel like I've tried really hard to like this game. I really have. I've tried so hard. Uh, but I'm going to set it aside for a while. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. Goodbye.